Hey everyone, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, and this is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. I like this game, just to get it out of the way to start with. I really like this game. So we're just going to get right into it. There's a cutscene, then there's a really decent action sequence, and then we'll be in the game proper, and that's when I'll tell you a bit more about what the game actually is. So let's just get into it. Yep. I'm going to try and be fairly quiet during this cutscene, but, well, there's one thing I'll point out, but we'll get to that. And one of the best introductions I think that I've seen in a game for a long time, just due to its simplicity. Now this is about to tell us that Sega presents. Yup. This is a change for me. See, Relic Entertainment made this game, and it was published by THQ Nordic, I think. THQ Nordic. And well, if you're aware of it, THQ Nordic went bust. I'm pretty sure Relic did as well, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, THQ went like completely bust. And I guess Sega bought the rights at some point, which is weird. On the Steam library and everything, it's covered with like a Sega Saturn logo for some reason. Meet our protagonist.
Captain Titus, the Orcs have massacred the Forge World's forces. And they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned Orcs. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machines.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report!
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer 12 returning to launch bay.
This is your plan.
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery. Or do you want to go home already, Sergeant?
Not before having a word or two with the Orcs.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Arsetartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
And we're in the game. Now I am just going to make one quick change before we get further in. I turned down the sound effects a little bit. I'm just going to turn them up again slightly. Hopefully I can still be heard over them. Because, well, our gunfire is quite loud. So I am going to try and speak up a little bit, but, you know, most of the time I won't be talking too much during the action sequences because I'll be trying to, you know, concentrate on them. Shit. Alright, we're in a little bit of trouble here. Not too bad though. Get rid of him. There we are. Beautiful. Yeah, and I'm going to explain all of this when we actually get a little bit further on. We need to deal with this gun battery first. I'm not too sure actually if orcs canonically have red blood. I thought they had green blood, but maybe I'm remembering that from something else. Better get more ammunition. Be nice and cautious with this, just because I know there are more ranged orcs hanging around the place. There's one. Good.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
Nope. Oh, hello, lads. Where am I getting shot from? Ah, up there. Come on. Oops. Okay, I think that's dealt with them. Let's deal with this gun battery and then we'll get right down to business. Nice ship you've got, mate. Okay, we've successfully made planetfall on the Forge world of Graia. And as soon as we emerge from the rubble, it'll be a little bit of talking time. There's our splash screen. Alright, so this is...
Captain Titus.
Oh, hang on. Sidonis talks to us.
Shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
Right, so I hope I've got the sound mixing done right, because that was probably the least of my concerns during this whole thing. But let's get on with it. I'll deal with the technical issues later. This is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. It came out in I want to say around 2010, maybe a bit earlier than that. It's not a new game. I still think it looks pretty good for its time. Hopefully that's coming out pretty well. That's another of the technical issues I'll get into in a moment. We are, well, as you may have worked out, it's a third-person shooter with close combat elements, which will get significantly expanded on as we go forward. And let's see, what's the story? We are Captain Titus of the 2nd Company of the Ultramarines chapter of the Space Marines. Ultramarines are not very well liked among the fan base for 40k, generally because they're seen as sort of a designer's pets sort of thing. And they have a weird thing where they've got the Codex Astartes, and it's a set of rules, and it's really weird. They're treated like as better than the other Space Marines, and most of the like, at least on 1D4chan, they don't like that sort of thing. However, even amongst the more, shall we say, neckbeardy of the fan base, Captain Titus here is acknowledged as not really being an Ultramarine, being an honorary not Ultramarine. It should be noted that Captain Titus is non-canonical in the actual 40k timeline. The captain of the 2nd Company at the time when this game is set should be Cato Sicarius, or Sicarius. But apart from just the names, everything else is the same, and of course the whole game plot. So don't worry about it too much. Anyway, we have landed down here. We need to take that cannon. That's an objective, that is. That's what's really preventing us from landing too well. But we've landed on this planet, which is a forge world, which means it's a giant industrial manufactory. It's being assaulted by orcs, a lot of orcs. Those are Gretchen over there, they're smaller orcoids. And we came with a bolt pistol and a knife. Notably, the bolt pistol has infinite ammunition, though it is semi-automatic, which sucks. So 1 click per shell. And yeah, the knife isn't that great either. Is there something around here? There probably was at some point. There are collectibles, little servo skulls, but I've picked up most of, well, I've got 32 or 33 of them in previous playthroughs. I know I've got one from up there earlier. Yep, so these are Gretchen. Gretchen, we've already met them on the ship. They are weak. They will go down to a single hit. They'll even take a stun and be killed. We should get into a little bit of how the melee fighting works. So, ranged fighting first. We point, we shoot. We hit left control and we can go into an aim mode. All cool. Okay, we just got our second ranged weapon, nice and quick. It's a bolter. So, it is the two-handed version of the bolt pistol. It is automatic. However, it has limited ammunition. We'll get a lot more of it as we go through. Let's see, melee combat, we right click to swing. There are combos, so, but most of the combos are just, you hit right click a few times, and then you hit F. See, F is a stun. That's our first stun. Then if we hit right click and again, we do a kick and right click twice. Then we have sort of a weird shoulder thing. Knife combos aren't that good. We get better melee weapons as time goes on. Let's just get in here. Hello boys, where are you heading? Bit of a waste to use a bolter on Gretchen. Okay, pretty sure we got that one. Oh. And we have health, that's right. So, the red bar that you see, that's our actual health. There's a little yellow outline around it. That's our shield. Shield regenerates, health does not. Over time, that is. We have a method of regaining health. You've probably already seen it. It's part of that tutorial on the ship. Oh yeah, this is Leonidas. Leonidas is the third Marine who was on the ship with us, the one who had the helmet on, who questioned our use of jump packs because the Codex Arsetartes does not support this action. Very ultramarine thing to say. We are kind of taking cover here, which is not a very Space Marine thing to do, but we're being shot at by guys that we can't really get to, so we just want to make sure we shoot them. We haven't been damaged too badly. Our shield will regenerate, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. So what is a bolter? Well, a bolter is an interesting little piece of weaponry. Oh yeah, we have a dodge roll if I didn't cover that already. Oh, there we go. We killed enough dudes to trigger the cutscene. I will try and be fairly quiet during the cutscenes, because they're generally pretty good. Oh, Leandros, not Leonidas.
The Codex Arsetartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself, Leandros.
Enemy sighted!
Bunch of Gretchen, not worth wasting the ammo on. So let's just punch on. The only bad thing about fighting Gretchen is there is no way to recover health from them. So we recover health by stunning somebody, you would have seen it with the little red icon above their head, and then we press E to execute them. The execution is what gives us our health back. We can also swap back to the bolt pistol if we want to. We probably don't. The bolter is just a superior weapon. Anyway, the bolter, or bolt pistol, bolt weapons in general, they fire a self-propelled round with an explosive tip. Yeah, it's...
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
Yeah, so we're headed for that gun. We're about to find some Imperial Guard troops. There they are.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
Unfortunately, we didn't save them because the orcs just got in too fast. That's alright. They're kind of irrelevant. Oh, hello, lads. This is an execution. Different melee weapons have different styles of execution, but they're functionally the same. Very good.
You have saved us.
Rise, guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you dead.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the Lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, Guardsman. We rendezvous with Sidonus, then we find this Lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Alright. So,
Through here, my lords.
Oh,
Get out
there
the
we
upper
go.
level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond that.
you can see just how bad.
A few hundred against 1,000,000 orcs, and they fight on.
Only in death does duty end.
What? No. Get off! My legs.
This is just how bad war is in the 41st millennium if you're not a space marine.
Watch over those who fight with me.
Like, they really had no hope of holding off the orcs. They did it somehow.
Captain, I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
Yep, and we're about to reunite with Sidonus,
Quotas must be met.
which is good. He's our favourite marine buddy, because Leandros is a bit of a weirdo about the whole Codex thing. There he is.
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the orc during our jump to the surface.
That was the orc ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
If the Horde hasn't turned on itself, it's still under his control.
We're going to find these things periodically. These are just...
Genetic scan complete.
Oh, nice. Upgrade. So now we have a chainsword.
Weapons authorization.
Chainsword has an extra level of combo and is also just way more effective at it. Chainswords, if you're not aware, it's a chainsaw, just as a sword. And instead of just being like a chain with metal blades on it, which is basically what a chainsaw is, they're like hardened adamantine tips and shit like that, you know. Standard fantasy level bullshit. Anyway, it's really effective. We do get better stuff. Oop. Better take out the yellow orcs here. So yellow clad orcs are missile troops. And you just want to keep a bit of distance, because while they're horrifically inaccurate at range, you get close, and I mean, they also have bolt weapons, so just want to be a little bit careful of them. Properly cautious, perhaps. Hello. Yeah, like, see, that one's at fairly close range and he opened up. I think we want to go this way. In fact, yes, we do. Oh yeah, so squigs, they're an orcoid food thing. Like, the orcs raise them for food, and a whole lot of other stuff, because they're basically a stomach with legs and teeth. So in this case, in this game, squigs will always announce themselves, and they're strapped with explosives. So one shot, that'll take care of business. We could be sprinting right now. Sprinting when there are squigs around is a little bit of an issue, because in order to shoot after we sprint, we've got to actually manage to make the stop. Oh, what's that dropship targeting me? Hit the explosives. Very good. Is there an emplacement over here? There is not. Probably a little premature there with the explosives, but we've got our own that we brought to the party, so you know. We are out of bolter ammo, which is totally fine. Just got to dodge out of the way. You know what? We'll just chuck a grenade down there. Get an execute on him. See, full health. And our shield will regenerate now. Just dump another grenade over there. Come on, get me my shoulder charge. Pair it up with an execute.
Dropship incoming!
Now this is going to be a bit annoying because of these guys still being on the walls. So I'm pretty sure... Oh no, not yet. Good. Oop. Got a nice sort of shockwave with we have to deal with this guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, that's bad. I wanted full health. Right, this is an orc knob, which means he's a little bit tougher to deal with. And we failed that dodge because we're in an area that wouldn't let me dodge. But basically, we need to keep on dodging him. Maybe get a swing in occasionally. We don't have any grenades, which is unfortunate. Oof. He's doing us pretty dirty here. No, he killed me. That's alright. We're on a checkpoint save system, by the way. We did not go into that fight optimally. Where are you going to put us? Alright, we're going to use the bolt pistol and use it sparingly. Ah, here we are. That and them. Alright. The main problem here is the ranged guys. Also, I recognize we're not sitting behind the barricade over here, so maybe that could help us. Even though we are kind of supposed to be out there doing stuff. Okay.
Dropship incoming!
Just keep grenading them. Okay, that went pretty well. I'm going to run over here and see if we can grab these grenades real quick. Nice. And here's the boss. Right, let's have a second go at this guy. Got him. Oh no. Okay. So it's supposed to have a thing where they get stunned and you go into an execution mode and you get to, you know, have a little quick time contest.
Imperial Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
Space Marines.
Alright. We're here. We're gonna go meet the Lieutenant, sorry.
The Greenskins are headed here from the south. Damn correction, stuck a knife in someone's throat.
Now, before we go in the room, I want you all to just take attention or take note of how the Lieutenant reacts to our presence. Because it is an amazing moment to me, an amazing way that they convey just what Space Marines mean to like your regular Imperial guys. So just take note of how they react when they see us.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Here we go.
Thank the Emperor.
And there's literally only 3 of us.
Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
Ah man, there's just a lot of explanation to be done as well. Oh, that's right, got a thing here. Right.
Codex Arsetartes. Access authorized.
We've unlocked Fury. As you can see here, when we use Fury, all of our close combat attacks are better and we regain health.
What do you know of the Titans on this planet?
Only that our troops were sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactorum Ajakis. But that was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact with them.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
Alright.
Get me that field manual. Stuck on bloody Forge World and not a single tech priest in sight.
These are standardized Basilisk artillery emplacements. You normally see them in the actual 40k on tanks. But, well, they could be made fixed. They're probably better fixed. I'm not going to waste ammunition. I only have a little bit. And the chainsaw is just so good. Yeah, okay, I think that's all of them. I am going to kind of be, like, I know I normally do this, but, like, shifting between topics a lot because there's a fair amount to cover, to be honest, when it comes to 40k. Let's say, oh, one thing, I should mention it, we can't jump. We can fall, but we can't jump. That's how the game does, honestly, a pretty good job of forcing progress. See this? We can go down it, we have to, but we cannot get back up.
Kill the Space Marines!
What's up, lads? Ranged guys are very easy to take care of if you can reach them in melee. Get some executions in. Got more ammunition now, so you know. When you are doing an execution, you can still be hit. So you don't just want to be doing that. Nope. Oh, good. Now I got me a heavy bolter. Come on, get on it. Alright. While an emplacement is in position, unlimited ammunition. We can tear it free, in which case we will have a limited amount of ammunition for it, instead of an overheat bar. Can still be hit, of course, but generally it's better to leave it where it is. There is one example not too far away, probably next episode, where we will have to tear one free. Okay, he died.
The Orcs hold the trenches beyond the ruins.
I'm not going to tear that one free because as soon as we do, he drops it.
The Orcs took it almost as soon as we got here, nearly 2 weeks ago. Our unit was the only one to make landfall before they gained control. Now none of our ships can get past the gun.
So the 203rd Cadians were part of a liberation fleet, which a liberation fleet is exactly what it sounds like. It's a big old fleet that the Imperium puts together, naval forces, army forces, etc, etc, etc. They put them together to go and liberate a place. It's basically a counter-invasion. It forms over time. Like, you can't just put one together. That's why the time frame was unacceptable. Just to break from that, we just gained a Stalker Bolter, which is a semi-automatic marksman rifle. See? Very nice. Much more limited ammunition. Totally worth it if you can use it. Also, it looks cool.
That's where the Orcs breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
So yeah, the Cadians were part of, or the 203rd Cadians were assigned to that liberation fleet. They probably happened to be close enough that they had to make landfall, and it sort of slowly drips in. We are not... There we go, there's our marksman rifle. 2 shots to kill an orc unless you get a headshot. And the reason why Sidonus expressed dismay at, or surprise at Lieutenant Mira being in charge,
on the high ground,
is because it was a full regiment, or at least a full regiment that dropped. I'm not exactly sure of the proper structure, or the exact structure, but I believe a lieutenant is supposed to be in charge of a company, of which a regiment is part of. Oh no, of which a regiment is composed of. We're going to go back to the bolter right now. You don't want to be using the Stalker Bolter if you're in close range, like close quarters of something, because it's a marksman weapon. Is there anything around here? Nope. Good. Could be running. Don't want to. Running gets important at some points, but usually it's best to just plod forward. Oh, apparently we do get a little bit of auto aim assist.
Space Marines! It's the Space Marines!
Again, using ammo on Gretchen is almost... there's almost no point to it. They just fall over. And yeah, you don't need to use an execution. It's fun. See?
Once we get through these battles, we will use the breach caused by the rock to...
Oh, that reminds me. So, when originally we met with Sidonus and we were saying that like this was clever of the orcs to do, and that they must, like, their leader and all that sort of thing. Okay, buddy. there was an interesting turn of phrase that they used. They said that they met the orc. Now, the orc is distinct from orcs in 40k. Orcs are just, you know, your orc boys. The orc will always be the war boss. Like, there can be many war bosses, but there's only ever one of each orc. I really hesitate to call it an army. The correct term is orc war. It's WAAGH. Alright, lads, calm your boots. Chuck a couple of grenades. I don't usually use grenades, but I have noticed that the game is very generous about giving them to you, so, you know. Just get an execute in because we can. Alright. Walk on forward. I did have a lot of trouble getting this to record properly. I remember a long time ago when I first started doing Let's Plays, I definitely wanted this to be one of the games that I was going to Let's Play, but I couldn't get the recording software to actually pick it up properly. OBS, that is. I tried it again, like maybe a week ago, in my timeline, and it worked.
Assault support pods were dropped in this area.
Kind of alright. It was kind of janky. Okay, we're coming up to a really fun point, so I'll just hold back here and just talk about it for a second, and then we'll end the episode and start here next episode. It was really janky when I was recording it. When you got into like high action parts, I'd just get massive jerkiness. The issue was basically the version of OBS I was using was probably about 8 years old. So I very recently upgraded to the more recent version of it. It said that Windows 7 wasn't supported, but it seems to have worked alright, so we'll see. And then I had to spend like a week fiddling to get my damn settings back in order. So hopefully this is coming through alright. We will see. What else was happening with that? Yeah, not too much. Alright, well, we'll end the episode there, and when we come back, we're going to grab that jetpack over there and turn into an assault marine for a little bit. But in the meantime, I've been Sub, you've been yourselves. Later.